Hey guys, it's me Logan
Me, Wyatt.
and Wyatt. We're talking about making a fishing quarry.
Aquarium business.
It's gonna be very difficult to make. What are your thoughts on it, Wyatt?
I think it's gonna be easy peasy.
What are your plans in the future for this company that we may possibly make?
I think I'm about making it worldwide.
Alright. How many people do you want to be involved in your ownership of the aquarium that your job and fish and animals that you might put in?
I want it to be at least a couple million people. A couple million people.
How much money are you gonna put into the investment for a fishing aquarium?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Alright, it's alright, White. So, how much money do you think it would take in order to make this possibly happen?
It might take a couple years for me to get up and running.
Yes. What kind of fish you gonna put in it?
Saltwater fish. So I might start off with some sharks, like baby sharks. I might start off with like nurse sharks, and there might be some uh clownfish. Everybody knows clownfish.
How much college do you need to do to make this happen? Possibly.
Well, for aquarium maintenance and setup, you only need a certificate.
And how far will that go?
It's it only goes it only takes 12 months to get.
Are you gonna try and make it into a career?
Yes, I'm going to try to make it into a career.
And how much money do you need in order to make that happen?
Like
If so.
1,700 and some odd dollars to get the certificate, plus a van, which would, in a building, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be a while before it's up and running.
How when you get up and running, how many people are you going to be in the business? If so.
First, I wanted to be friends and family,
Okay.
a friends and family business.
Okay. And in order to do that happen, what's all needs to fall in place?
I wanted to be a friends and family run business.
Okay.
So for that to run in place, I'm going to have a strong work ethic.
Alright.
What I mean by that is that my work ethic is going to have to stick strong like I did at the fair.
What kind of material are you going to use for like sculptures or designs in your aquarium?
Well, I'm going to use real life coral.
Okay, explain.
Like, so if I was going to get something from the ocean, if somebody requested a saltwater aquarium, I would go out and get real life coral for the aquarium.
Okay. What kind of sculptures you going to try to put in it so that fish can have living lives and enjoy their time?
I would form the coral into the sculptures.
Right.
So, like, the coral would eventually form into the sculptures that they would need to do.
Alright. But what kind of food are you gonna feed them to once you have your aquarium set up?
Um, I'm gonna look that up and I'll get back to you on that.
Alright. Now we have all this fit in place. Now have all the ideas you put in. How will your outcome of your business will be in about 5 years from now?
Um, I see it being a really big business, and I see it running very long, and I see it going a long ways.
Okay. Knowing that it may go long ways, how much money you gonna thinking you would put into an investment after it's all said and done?
I might put a couple million in.
Alright? Once you figure out this business, after it's all said and done, do you think that fish will enjoy it all? Or do you think they'll just enjoy it, but have nothing in the tank? But what if there's stuff in the tank? Do you think they'll enjoy it and sleeping and swimming through it with tubes going to each part?
I think that the fish, honestly, their brains are not as big as a human, so their emotion sensors are not like ours. So I can't explain what their emotions would be,
Okay.
but I guess their emotions would be happy,
Alright.
sad, somewhat.
What kind of other fish aquarium do you think? What kind of creatures like crabs or
I would put shrimp in there, real life shrimp. I would put dogfish. I'd put pufferfish. I'd put different type of fish in there. I don't know all the fish of the sea. I know mostly about sharks. So it's gonna be
what
a rocky
stingrays?
road. I could try putting stingrays in there, but it's gonna be a rocky road. I might have to get a few experts in on this, just to help me in on this. But when I get my business up and running, you sure betcha I'll be able to make a few awesome tanks.
Well, how big would the tanks be when you just put it all in place? How will we describe how it will look?
How it will look?
Yes.
Well, the tanks will look somewhat like a normal tank. They'll be made out of acrylic.
Right.
Acrylic is a type of glass. And you'll bend it with different forms when you heat it and stuff like that. And into different forms, and then like one I want to do is it's way out of this world, and don't get me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
But I thought about making this awesome pirate ship.
Like a pirate ship you make, and you can walk in and see all the fish all the way around you.
No, like a pirate ship with fish in it.
Nice. Explain.
So like the pirate ship is all glass.
Alright.
And on the top, like how you feed them is through the portholes.
Okay. Explain on what kind of material would you use for it to make the fish be satisfied in many different ways. How are you going to overcome that?
How am I going to overcome that?
Yes.
I'm just going to put them in schools. I'm going to try to keep them happy with the groups, the hiding places and trying to make it as close to their natural habitat as I can.
How big will your tank will be? How much room do you need to make that happen? Are you going to make a dome out of it as well in the future?
A dome?
Yes, where you walk inside a big tube and be elevators and where you step on and you see fish all the way around you, like an aquarium in the future.
That's a good question. If a zoo asked me to do a project like that,
Okay.
I may do it.
How much effort you gonna put into that if you want to make that happen?
I'm gonna put 10 times the effort that I do.
And how are you gonna get that going? If a zoo wants to be involved, if you're near aquarium in the next 5, 10, 15 years from now.
Well, I'm going to put I'm just going to work my hardest at everything I do. That's all you can do. Look at the Blank Park Zoo. Their aquarium. It's nice. They need a dome.
So how much money are you gonna invest to make that happen? How much estimated amount once you're done with your college?
I'm gonna invest when I'm done with my college and I got a lot of money saved from all my other designs that I've done, and I got some saved. I'm going to ask the Blank Park Zoo if they want a dome aquarium. And if they don't,
What about Omaha?
Omaha already has a dome aquarium.
What about in Florida? Their own separate aquarium.
My own separate aquarium?
What is your thoughts? Where do you wanna put that into place? What location you thinking of?
I want to put it in a zoo.
What do you think about it?
Blank Park Zoo. My
What if
hometown.
What if they say no? How are you
Then
gonna?
I'm going to Florida, buy myself a piece of land, and putting it down there.
So you want a dome with a trail going all the way around, and they have the saltwater with sharks, whales, and all that.
Yep.
How you can put extra windows inside of it for little kids.
Yep.
How are you gonna make the inside to make people want to come into your aquarium over and over, like a zoo?
I may put some offers up for some gaming technology there.
Okay. Are you gonna make it very like a disco ball?
I may put some offers up on the table for
Design making
design making for that
and construction.
and construction. So
How will that look, you think?
it's hard to say, it's one of those things. It's in my mind, but it's way back in my mind.
And that's sad, man. But knowing that it'd be expensive and knowing that you gotta have to work your butt off to get what you want and go to college and pay off all that. But in the long run, what's gonna look like the next 5 years from now?
What's it gonna look like in the next 5 years from now?
Yes.
Oh, you just gave me a hard one. Sorry. I'm going to be doing school. I'm going to be doing school soon, hopefully, so I can get this certificate. But that certificate is the key. Key to everything.
What kind of sponsors you think that will help sponsor you for your aquarium, for your business?
For my business, I don't know what sponsors will help me. I got thousands of ideas, and aquariums are being built a lot of the time, and they need maintenance people. They need people that can put different types of fish in there. I can do all of that. If I read all about the different fish, my brain's like a seal.
Yeah. Do you ever want to go swim with dolphins in your aquarium for shows and so people can watch and train dolphins?
I don't believe in that, honestly.
Explain.
I explain that that's like animal abuse.
But you know, in Florida and Clearwater, they train the dolphins.
I know, but I feel like you're taking them out of their natural habitat.
That's true.
Just to train an animal that needs a bigger habitat.
Do you think you get seals?
Seals?
Yes.
If they need, say, if a dolphin needs rehabilitation, I'll take it to my.
If you want your dolphins to be good and healthy and be improved and be nice in that aquarium, what needs to be done? What kind of fish? What kind of groups you think to make the dolphins feel at home?
No, I'm saying if the dolphin, if there's a group of dolphins that needed rescued, I would put them I'd put them in my aquarium, but like otherwise, then I wouldn't. Any animal that needed rescued, I would put in my team's care. But like, it's hard to say that you wouldn't.
Yeah. Want to explain?
I don't know. Like,
if I was having an aquarium to myself, knowing that animals can react to other animals, but how can we put a dome with natural habitats, but with different animals in each and the whole thing, the whole dome, but knowing what they eat, if they're gonna kill each other, or if there's gonna be crisis or problems, how will you know what type of animal you will have in it that won't fight? What kind of aquarium? So you have your original aquarium, right?
Yes, and then I'd have a separate one for the animals that are sick and need rescued.
Yeah. On the other hand, how much help in 10 years? You get all this figured out. What kind of expert? Or do you need experts to join your career of aquarium?
Yes.
And how will you redirect them to help?
How would I direct them to help?
To help if there's an issue.
I would just.
And how are you gonna how are we gonna hire? What help do you need? If you're not there to hire people, who's gonna try to help you hire people? Like a coworker asking you all these questions just to make sure you're just the right person. But knowing to trust them, that they're to say who they are.
I'm gonna hire the one with the right credentials.
Okay. If you're not there to help a hire, who will you help hire? A professional to help apply and accept help from their resume.
I would look at their resumes, and then I would look at the credentials.
What about the background check?
And if the background checks came back between two of them, one to not have such a good background check and one had a fabulous background check, and they both fit the criteria, I have, honestly, I don't have the greatest background. And I feel like people with bad backgrounds need a second chance. But also the ones with
the ones that need a job is homeless, right?
Yeah, the ones that are homeless need jobs, but the ones that don't
follow the criteria, will you still help them to at least earn some money?
Yes, I would. I would help. I would. So, like, if he had a bad background,
okay.
I would still hire him, but like still keep an eye out on him. But like, if I'd hire another person who would be a step higher than him.
Okay. But how are you gonna find that help? I have to find an expert. Then having a person who helps you find people for a job like that.
I'd have two experts come in.
Okay.
One has a bad background, right?
Yes.
One has a good background.
Yeah.
The bad background came back. The good background came back.
But will you give them a chance?
I give the bad background a chance, and I give the good background a chance. I give them both a chance.
Okay. So when we see people, when you drive around the streets and towns, and if you see those people homeless, are you gonna give them a business card to try out to have a job while they're being homeless on the streets?
I would honestly give them a chance. Like, here's my number. Call me up on Monday. There's a chance for you to have a job by Monday.
And how reliable would that be?
That would be to obviously be reliable.
Are you still gonna check the background, but are you gonna trying to hire as much help as you can?
Yes.
And how many people, estimate amount that you choose your coworker hiring people from the streets?
I feel like everybody needs a second chance.
And knowing from that, hey, even though you're in prison, right? You come out of prison, will you start try to help them too, as you help as everybody else on the streets?
Yes.
And how will that work?
I'd be a mentor.
Okay.
And I'd even give them a job.
And what would the job inquire?
It would just start out by taking tickets.
Okay.
Something small as that.
Okay. And
then I would enroll them in the same classes if they wanted to.
okay. What kind of classes are you going to help provide them so that they can keep their job
So, like,
coming right out of prison?
some classes that they could take about the aquarium business.
Okay. Do you care if they have a education or not?
I don't care if they don't have an education or not. I just care that they take it serious, their work serious. And I care that they don't fall back on their old ways.
But how, if they come out of prison and you have the chance of them having a great job, what would the hourly pay would be for start
I
off?
give them $12 an hour.
Alright. And they are good for so long time.
I'd move them up to $15 an hour.
And if you do that, would that job be harder or easier?
It'd be a little bit harder.
Want to explain?
It would be entailing with tours and of the aquarium and stuff like that.
I mean, if your coworkers see that other people are interested in the aquarium of your kind, will you try to hire them too?
Yep.
How fast? In a week or immediate hire?
Immediate hire.
And if you want to run that business, how many co-workers or workers do you need to hire for that big system to keep our fish healthy? Keep that.
We need a fluctuating rate of employees because the rate of employees fluctuates each day because employees quit, employees come, employees go. They come and go. And I'll move people up, I'll move people down according to their.
But you don't need any experience. We will teach them on the job right there, right?
Yes.
And how are we going to do that?
With education.
All right. And then how many shifts will there be? Like job shifts?
A lot.
Is it going to be like a 18-hour day or 24/7 work? Or
18-hour day.
okay. How are you gonna? What kind of food are you gonna feed to them? And how are you going to trust your workers? And can you depend on them keeping that place clean, meeting that criteria? What criteria do they need to have? Do they need no experience or do they need some? Can you explain upon that?
They don't need any criteria. They don't need any criteria. Some criteria is needed, but
First come, first serve, right?
First come, first
and if
serve.
all your spots are filled up, how are you gonna have another separate?
I'll have something in mind for that person.
If you choose to do that, how many people are you gonna put into that structure of living?
What?
How are you gonna put that into a structure? Are you gonna lower the hourly rate or keep it the same and then try to make them work up back to the hierarchies?
If it goes, if I find something for them to do, it's still going to be $12 an hour.
Okay. But how long are you going to make them work? Will the pay be every week or every other week?
Every other week.
Okay. What type of people are you looking for in their application, their resume?
anybody over the age of 18.
Okay. How many trainers do you need to hire?
Not right now. I don't need to hire any. I just need. In the future, I'll need to hire some, but we'll get back to that in the future.
Yeah, guys, we'll get back to that in the future. But yeah, having all this set up and date, what are your thoughts on it if it happens? What's your thoughts?
My thoughts are we're going to be rich. We're going to be famous.
Okay.
We're going to travel the world.
Are we going to put different aquariums around the world? Possibly.
Yes.
And where do you want to put those aquariums at? You think?
One in Mexico.
Okay.
One in Texas.
All right.
One in. Somebody just say something?
No, not yet. Okay.
One in Florida. One in Iowa.
And where do you think your ultimate business will be placed at? Your
Des
original.
Moines, Iowa.
Okay. How big you gonna put it in? How big? I mean, what would be the structure of it, of the building?
Of the business?
Yes.
Well, I have a plan for a building just down the road from here.
Okay.
If we can get it. I just got to get the class done, and then we could get that building.
Yeah.
It's for sale.
That sounds good. Sounds good.
But we'd have to fully remodel the building. And
Yeah. Well, guys, that's our video, and we will be coming back on the air less than a week now. So, see you guys later, and we will come right back to adios.
Adios.